I'm putting on full blast.
I see a
You
bear.
on VC, you fool! You nincompoop! You dingus!
Listen, you're on VC because you have permission. Welcome, Bear. Welcome, Bomber. Bear, you know what this is.
I know, I'm gonna vanish in a couple of seconds, but still, I'm putting him on full blast. Too low.
Buzz bye.
Man, I purposely went into that one. Specifically to mess with you.
I was like clicking
You
on
can
buttons.
say what you want, I know the truth, though.
I leant over to just turn something on. I just looked back at the screen and I just saw Bear's face just staring at me.
Too low, folks.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Oh, that was unreasonably hilarious.
I'm glad you think so. Oh, it's gone. Okay, right, so everything should be set. Get set to go. Okay, let me just hear myself. Can I hear myself? Yes, I can. Okay, it's all good. Oh, nice. We got 8 seconds delay, I think. No, my mistake. I think that might... Yeah, I think that's 8 seconds delay. 7 to 8 seconds, which is very good. Just so you know, 5 is like the minimum. If it's less than 5, that's probably not possible because I have it set at normal latency. So 7 is really good. Oh, I gotta send out the links really quickly now before I forget.
I sent out links yesterday to the Danganronpa service.
Everyone, we're live with Danganronpa now. Time for the Robo Justice murder trial. I make it sound like Robo Justice was the one being murdered. No. Robo Justice was the alleged murderer. Well, he was the murderer in one way, shape, or form. But I make it sound like he's... I make it sound like he's the guy who's been done in. Like he's the poor sod. Okay, let me take a look at this. Are you... Yes, you are. You are streaming, in fact, so I can just watch that. Click to watch. Pop out. Okay. Give me a second, so I think I can make this work. We got 58 seconds left, but at the same time, I don't think anyone else is gonna pop in, so it's perfectly fine. And question, moment of truth. Moment of truth, it didn't work. That's unfortunate.
So, do you need a refresher, Star?
I need a moment because unfortunately it doesn't work. Screen capture. Discord is turned off. That's not it. Discord stream. Double click Discord stream. Window. Discord exe YouTube streaming. Okay, there we go. It's fixed. Crisis averted. So, to anyone who's watching, which no one probably is right now, why is it so loud? I'm gonna have to fix that. Yeah,
I tried to lower the volume.
No, I have to lower on my end because I raised it earlier to hear something.
I see.
Okay, right. So basically, to explain to you what's going on, I have changed the overlay, so everything should be nice and pretty now. I'm pretty excited to see how this goes. Open recent. I'm not gonna be able to do this, am I? Okay, hold up. One thing I can appreciate is now I actually have a little more space to work with. I can put more things in front of other things. And no one else can see it. I have more privacy now. I hope all of my important private stuff that, you know, I really shouldn't be showing is hidden. I'm just gonna assume it is. By that I don't mean personal information, by the way. Okay. That's... Huge. So yeah, why don't you just give me a breakdown really quickly?
Okay, so we're here for trial 3. As you
Yes.
know, the victims are Hifumi and Kiyotaka. Our evidence is that each of them died from a blow to the head, and they were killed with a similar weapon. We have this tarp with blood on it that was found in the repository, but was originally in the storage room.
Hmm.
We have this dolly that was discovered in the repository, also in the storage room. There's blood on the wheels.
And
We
our
have
and our
Ifumi's glasses,
I'm sorry.
which mysteriously got clean. We have these hammers, and this one that was wet and hanging in the repository. We got the door to the repository, which is only able to be locked from the inside. We got the tire marks
1 second.
from the dolly.
Hey there, Banjo. Nice to see you. I fucked up.
Wow.
I forgot to link this. I made an overlay specifically for the stream, and I forgot to link it. So I made it so that I could actually see comments on the screen. I didn't link it, so I can't see the comment. I'm so sorry. So you just keep talking. I'll get this fixed.
We got this bloody cloth anime. We have Celeste's account, in which she mentions that Hifumi's body disappeared when they left the nurse's office to use the bathroom, and they weren't gone for more than a minute. We have this message that Yasuhiro got. Oh, no, this is that message that Yasuhiro gave to us back when Alter Ego was a thing. So, nice handwriting. We have these blueprints for Robo Justice in his room that are very bad handwriting. We have the Robo Justice costume that only Hero could have worn. Also, it can't bend at the waist at all. We also have Yasuhiro's account, in which he says he received this mysterious note that said that someone found a hole to escape. We have Kiyotaka's wristwatch, which is broken, and the hands are pointing at 6 o'clock. We have this paper that was in Kiyotaka's hands, and this paper that was found on Hifumi, which is a note similar to the one that Hiro described. And we got the e-handbook. You remember the e-handbook, right?
Absolutely. All the students have their own handbooks, and also now that I think about it, we didn't get any evidence at all related to the e-handbooks, did we?
Well, each student e-handbook is their own handbook, which also is a card key. The owner's name is displayed each time the handbook is booted up. It is believed that no handbooks were involved in this case while carrying out the murder this time. But we still have it in our evidence.
What do you mean whole, Banjo? Also,
Let's
by the
do
way, I have fixed it. So now on screen we can actually see the comments, which is going to be great. So I can see it. So basically, I just want to really quickly walk you through the art first. So our prime suspect right now is Mr. Hero, this man right over here. I've set it up so now I can actually see the overlay as I'm drawing, which is going to be a great time. So here he is, and I've also made art of Hina. I've made art of, well, Hina sleeping. So, ignore that. That's a work in progress. I mean, that's an abandoned art. We made art of Celeste. We made this is the outdated version. We made updated version, and I've already posted it in the stream in the YouTube chat if I remember correctly. Then we have the insane psycho lady, who I, for some reason, decided to make Sailor Moon, essentially? Question mark?
It was an interesting question.
Yeah, I liked it. And then we have the adorable one, Chihiro. Then finally, the latest piece we have, Sakura. Yes, I'm so sorry, we can start. Banjo, what do you mean whole? H-O-L-E, I feel
Trial to start!
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it.
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit. Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Who are
What?
you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it, and all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know, I don't know!
Is Hiro really the killer?
But he's certainly
I mean,
an idiot
this
one
idiot-
way or the other.
Anyway, we gotta make that clear. Argument!
The Robo Justice costume. Well, we are gonna listen to what he had to say first.
Everything we found in your room,
No.
the blueprints, the suit parts,
The-
they are all proof
Yeah,
enough
the blueprint. The
Wait.
that
blueprint.
you are the culprit.
1 second. I want to check how to use the silencer again.
What does the silencer do?
It gets rid of all that annoying purple words.
Okay.
You know, the ones that are going over the stuff we want to shoot. Right mouse. There we go.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true, it's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Uh-huh. Hold up. Okay, could you just repeat?
Everything we found in your room.
Okay.
That's true.
The blueprints. Yeah,
the
the
suit
blueprints.
parts,
Bring out
they
the
are all
blueprints.
proof enough
Bring out the blueprints.
that
Is it
you
a-
are the culprit.
Should we bring out the blueprints or should we bring out the message?
I don't know anything about that stuff!
I feel like we should bring up the
True,
message. The
conspiracy.
handwriting's different.
Yeah, I think we
Hiro,
should.
Why? Why did you
So I
kill
think when you
them?
talk about
No, just
the
hold
stuff
on a
like the
second.
blueprints, when she mentioned the blueprints, bring out the message. Wait, is that which message is it? Does it say it's actually Hiro's message? The message he wrote or the message which we
Everything
found?
in your room.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
the message.
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
of it going through.
Right there, now, use it.
They are all... No, that's wrong.
There you go.
Are we sure Hiro really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
He's right!
Are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
How does
That's right. He's an idiot.
It's like one small moment of self-respect.
I think Hiro is innocent as well.
What?
Then who was in that Robo Justice suit?
Hero.
Without
What
Hiro.
said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
No,
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit.
it's Hiro.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
It was Hiro, obviously. Of course it was Hiro. It was Hiro. Hiro.
I got it!
I love the option with Hiro, Hina, the
Can't be anyone else
Illuminati.
it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit, and we never found any kind of second suit.
Then
But-
there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
But can
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo Justice suit.
What? Now that's a bold assumption. And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around!
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must
Objection,
clarify
I'm too
the
stupid
method
to-
of
yes, Banjo,
transportation for
absolutely.
Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items.
Yeah, the trolley.
Makoto, can you tell us what
Yeah,
they
it was the
were?
trolley. The trolley in the blanket. Trolley in the blanket. The tarp. Blue tarp, trolley. The dolly. Sorry, my mistake. Yeah, objection. I'm too stupid.
I got it!
Wait, there's one more thing.
The tarp. The tarp. The tarp. Blue tarp.
This one!
I got it!
They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
Why does he sound so... Why does he sound so pissed off?
Attitude.
He sounds so pissed off, I remember
I
it.
can explain.
And he sounds so half-assed.
Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room. And then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing.
What's going on?
I'm sure the
My
dolly
model broke.
was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly.
didn't
Later,
even notice
when
that.
Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body?
There's blood on the wheels!
I mean, there's blood on the wheels and there's tire tracks. What are you talking about?
Between the repository and the art room.
Yeah?
It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room.
What do
Is
you
it
mean?
not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you
Oh my
respond?
god,
There
she's
is no
making it
shame
so
in being
obvious.
wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway. We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
She solved 2 murders.
Okay, well, she's a bitch, and I've never heard someone so nice say I'm a fucking idiot, so let's
Someone
just change your
sounds
mind.
so nice when calling me an idiot. Oh my god.
I
More,
gotta
please.
explain why the dolly must have been in the equipment room to the repository.
Why do
Oh,
we
God.
need to? We do not have to explain it. What?
It's time to talk about reloading!
We do not need to explain it. She needs to explain it. What's the Justice Hammer look like?
Okay, so
Yeah,
tab.
you're right, Banjo. She's absolutely trying to gaslight me. And I'm also annoyed the fact that for some reason it's taking so long to show up here.
Okay, we're already in a bullet time battle. This is weird.
Already? Isn't that
You
what's
have
up?
it wrong.
Wait!
I cannot agree. You are a fool.
Oh my god!
So
Isn't it supposed to usually like for the
Lies
end of
will
the
get you
trial?
nowhere. Do your worst,
It's so obvious!
you miserable wretch.
Isn't she supposed to be the biggest bluff
You
queen?
are a fool.
Why is she so bad at bluffing all of a sudden?
Do your worst. You have it wrong. I cannot agree.
God, why is
You
she
are
so
a
bad
fool.
at bluffing? What
So
happened?
pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst.
Where did we go wrong?
You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool.
I cannot believe, like, even
Do
when
your worst. You miserable wretch.
you know when the
You
other
have it
guy,
wrong.
whose name I can never
cannot
remember,
agree.
unfortunately,
You
I
are a
just keep
fool.
want to call him Ruichi,
pathetic.
right? The first,
Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst.
when that guy, right, was like going to be
cannot
murdered,
agree.
it wasn't even him. It was
This should prove it.
it was Taka. Was it Taka who basically was like doing all this in his place?
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident. As they wheeled the body out of the room, and as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Does she really hate me that much?
No, you idiot! She
Which was
doesn't!
something we had to get out of the way.
She,
Let's get back to the main subject.
she clearly has a reason.
The subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
What do you
I'm
mean,
not sure
robot?
That really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
Obviously, they can't bend, can it? Right? It can't bend.
Yeah.
And a dolly, you can't really, like, how are you gonna pick up? Also, you can't pick up the body if you
As
can't
know,
bend down.
Taka was killed in the equipment room.
The
And
costume.
from there, the body was moved to the
Okay.
repository, correct?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
The culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off.
Yeah, right there, right there.
Now, keep in
Loaded.
mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is
Bend over! Right there, we win!
No, that's wrong.
That is right. What do you mean? That voice line, it
You're
catches me so
absolutely
off guard.
right that you could push a dolly without a handle if
No,
you
that's
stoop
wrong. You're
down
absolutely
low.
right. I love it.
But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
Yeah, the muscle lady would have just picked it up
Back
and
to
brought
what
it
you
out.
said when we were
Also,
all
the muscle
checking out the
lady
suit
has an
together.
alibi. She was with us the entire time. I'm blind as a bat in here. I can't feel my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me!
And not to mention, you totally can't bend it to waist. It seems like a pretty obvious oversight. And for some reason, he decided to
When you're in that
he decided to
suit,
fight you on
not
that.
only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When
Why
can't
would
even
you?
see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
I mean, look, it's
On
also
top of
Hero.
that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
But he couldn't take off the suit. You can't take it off by yourself.
I got it! I don't think taking off the suit was an option.
Okay, I understand why you said it's the weakest trial, but I'm loving it. It's so good.
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something if you can't take it off by yourself? I didn't make the stupid freaking thing!
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting off. Looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. That means if they didn't have the clasp, it would have been perfectly fine. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Unless you're me, when you can just flex it apart.
Hero wasn't just making it up.
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but he also did say that he's an absolute idiot.
It's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took? You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice? If
How did he
whoever was
do
in
that?
Suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that?
You staged it, obviously. What do you mean?
Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
How did you get hurt? That guy hit me! What guy? Robo Justice! That's what I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second!
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it before we rush to a verdict.
There's no hurry.
Explore
Monokuma in the
every single
background.
possibility.
Oh, really? How about a
Instead of
timer?
focusing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
Okay.
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
Uh-oh.
All right then.
Will
Let's
you?
take another look back at what happened.
Will you find out?
I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina,
What's that?
Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone.
Okay.
That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect.
Yes.
But not long after leaving the nurse's office,
What's wrong? I saw a shadow. Something moving at the top of the stairs.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Celeste, what's wrong?
That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down the hallway and disappeared.
and then,
Yeah!
Oh, yeah! What was that?
Sound came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we gotta go back.
at that point we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement.
Uh-huh. Celeste
I led
is not
Celeste
just
and
an
Hina there
unreliable
and headed back
witness.
to the 3rd floor.
She is
to
just
let the others know
she's
what
just
had
downright
happened.
unreliable as a person. Like, why is she making it so obvious? Isn't she supposed to be #1 gambler?
meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Hifumi's body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
This can't be happening.
Are we all hallucinating this or something?
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository.
How did she
which
get in?
was where we rediscovered the corpses.
Okay.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation.
What?
And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
Okay. What were the contradictions?
Let's go.
God, this is... It's like at the same time, it's like I always feel like it's so obvious, but at the same, that's always so much more. You know?
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or
How-
perhaps
He did.
Yeah, he did, because clock. Watch.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last
No,
No.
wrong!
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammer.
Wrong!
Oh, wait.
Shoot!
Okay,
Oh, no.
gotta think this one through.
I think maybe we should
So,
sit there and listen to
regarding
everything first.
Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi.
Yeah.
Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammer.
So it must be the next thing, probably.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Okay. Wait, is that it?
Wait, how do I do that, There's a way to steal weak spots.
I genuinely have no clue what you're talking about. I don't know any.
Flashback!
I don't know any of the mechanics of this game.
Okay, let me test this out.
Also,
I wonder
basically,
if
it's
he
like
died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what Taka came last
What makes you say
because of the numbering of the
Okay.
Justice Hammer.
you're stealing that. The numbering.
While Taka's death,
See? So it's obvious Taka came. So, I wonder if, or perhaps it was. We already know what order they
Okay. Do we?
No, that's wrong.
So that's interesting. I like it. They make it a bit more complicated, so you can't just
Hold on.
choose A, B, or
There's
C.
no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Watch! The watch! The watch! God, there's so many.
Oh.
There are more.
Hangman's Gambit!
There are more pictures of people than there are people now. Imagine when there's just 3 people and it's like, okay, right, we're gonna have to figure out how you killed this person. Which one of us 3 is the murderer? Well, I know it's not me.
Okay. I need an
W-R-I... S... T...
T.
Yeah, under the K.
W again.
Why is this so? So there we go. A, which
A.
is
See.
H-Loss finally! Good job!
You got
Excellent!
a wristwatch.
Most double kill! Triple kill! Moldy kill!
Taka's wristwatch. See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night,
Hey, you! How long are you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared up pointedly at his watch. It's almost 10 o'clock. You know that? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
so if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We
No.
made the wrong assumption
What do you
about
mean?
the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Can you prove that?
Yeah.
Can you prove that?
Nurse's office, go.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko.
Objection!
Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't you keep making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
Wrong!
And it
Objection!
does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together.
Objection.
While everyone else was in the equipment room.
Objection!
correct?
Yes,
And
correct.
then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered
Yeah, he
together
tried.
in the
He
nurse's
tried his
office
best.
because of Hifumi going missing.
You know, he
don't
he
forget,
brought up a
I was
very
just
good
out in the
point,
equipment room
but he
the
had
whole
no
time.
evidence.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In
God,
other words,
she's such
it
a
is
bitch.
impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles.
Yes, that's the
So
diving fact.
instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And
Yeah,
according
he's
to
such a
what
big
Celeste
fat as
said,
well. It has no dolly anywhere, right?
A dolly can't go up 3 flights of stairs.
Yeah, and we couldn't have gone for more than a minute. Oh, sorry, that's you,
It
right?
seems so.
His body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the 3rd in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
By making the dead walk for you. You see, Taka. You see, Yashahiro, world #1 Esper. He has learned necromancy just to
If
make
the dead body were to move itself.
necromancy.
The dead body moved on its own?
No! Not another
I love how Peter
has
this guy
anything to
is.
do with the
He's
occult.
such an
I
idiot.
think what she's implying is, we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
He was alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
Yeah, and when you think about the body sound effect, right? The body found sound effect, when it played once, despite the fact that we found 2 bodies, and it played a second time later on. That means that's when Hifumi actually died.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible.
Celeste count, is that what
Hifumi
we're going
was
with?
dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us.
Okay, wait, yeah, the body discovery.
Hifumi's dead body had been found.
What are the options?
And that is why the announcement
Could
was
we double
made.
check? What are
Are
the
we
3 options
really
again?
so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Is that right? That's not right. That's not right.
Yeah.
Are you saying that when we
Oh
first
yes,
talking
you
about
took that. You
Hifumi in
took
the
that. I
nurse's
see.
office,
Yeah.
there's a chance he was actually still alive?
Okay.
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
Uh-huh.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement
Yes,
along with the
right there.
Hifumi's dead
Right,
body had
right,
been
right,
found.
right.
No, that's wrong. Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of
remember,
all,
it played
if 2
again for
bodies
some
had been
reason.
Found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty. Huh? He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again.
Oh,
If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
yeah,
The
yeah.
second body discovery announcement. The first time it was played when we found each body in the nurse's office in the equipment room. And the second time it was when both bodies were rediscovered.
I got it! We heard it a second time in the repository, when we rediscovered the 2 bodies.
Yeah, that was like a weird moment as well, because when I heard that, I was just like, but wait, why would they play the second time? You know? It's like, Hifumi's not dead. Now only Hifumi
It
died.
didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
Then in reality, when the two dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
But he did
That's
die.
just part of it.
So why did I have...
There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh yeah, the
Lock
thing.
door.
He washed his face.
I know!
His glasses.
Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
Bada bing, bada boom. Maybe he's knocked out cold. He might have
That
been.
is the worst logic I have ever heard.
Or, you know, he might have been knocked out cold. He might have been like just
I do not think
doing
there's
his
anything
best
that
to
can
make it
prove
look like he
still
was not
alive.
breathing or something like that.
Okay then.
Because knocked out
Let's
cold
take
means
another
he
look
would
at
be
the events
breathing,
surrounding
right?
The discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
Why? What do you mean pointless?
Proof that he was still alive.
His glasses! His specs cloth, glasses. Glasses, right there. Well, the door's also one thing, but the glasses, let's go to glasses.
Here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
Yeah?
And
Okay.
the next time we saw his body,
Yeah?
it was in the repository.
Yes, yes.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned,
Yes.
Okay, that's still true.
there was no notable...
Yeah, there we go, glasses, glasses! Screw you, lady.
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
Yes, I would absolutely love to do that. Well, you
When
see,
we found
because the
Hifumi in
dead
the
man
nurse's
wiped his
office,
own glasses
his
unless there was a
glasses were covered
pervert
with blood.
involved. He's playing false to keep himself
when
from
we
being
found
a
him again
target.
later in the
Well, it didn't work,
repository,
I'm sorry to say that. And at the very end, he
they were
decided...
spotless.
Okay.
And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
Yeah, it's his, the cleaning cloth, the anime cleaning cloth. First off, no one else uses glasses. Second of all,
It was a
who...
glasses cleaning
Oops.
cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the
Yes.
mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
Yeah.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess,
Imagine if
I
we
think.
found out
I
that his
highly
one
doubt
biggest talent is
anyone
he can
but
play
Hifumi
possum.
would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
Using tissues to clean your glasses is awful, you know? It is not
So what
good.
you're
It is
saying is-
horribly smart.
What I'm saying is,
He's
the
such
blood
an
on his
idiot.
Glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
Then it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office.
I love how Hiro clearly
He
doesn't know what's
pretends
going
to be
on.
Dead. Then when he's
No, but he
alone,
likes to
wipes his
participate.
glasses
Yeah, he's
clean
like,
so
you
he
know
can
what?
see.
Yeah.
Then he
he's-
stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
If he was just
Man,
pretending to be dead. What was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
No, blood packs, blood packs.
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere!
Yeah, I like the phrasing of
But he
that.
got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done! God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point,
Huh.
the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
Who? Wait. Hifumi. No, but no.
Who moved Taka's body?
Yeah, Hifumi.
John!
It's like the options are why is Sakura one of the options?
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
Yes.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked?
Well,
Oh,
after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which
yeah, that's
means
unfortunate.
when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
Yeah.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository.
But that
So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
and that also means that. But why did he
Just
die?
can't believe it.
That's
If
what
you're
I don't
having
understand.
trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece
Yes,
of evidence?
please show me all the evidence. Why did he kill himself?
There's more?
Look how confused he is.
The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed.
Oh, is it the note? Is it the note?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
Yeah, the note. Imagine if Makoto just said, "I have no idea," and she basically be like, "Fine, I'll just tell her. I'll just give all the
You're
answers
talking
myself."
about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
In his pants.
In his
Yeah.
pants?
Yep. Just the casual look
His
in a dead
pants.
man's pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now.
Just a casual look in a
What the
dead
note
man's
says.
pants. You know? Did Morgoretta Morgus Rector Morgus, whatever. Did the hard dead body syndrome set in?
Anyway,
That's the note I was
Yeah,
telling
Celeste
you
is
about.
just there to
The
be
one that
difficult
told me where to
gaslight
go.
people.
Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been...
Taka! Hifumi's pants! I love one of the answers, just
That's
Hifumi's pants!
The killer used this note.
God, did they
to
actually
grab
write out
Taka and
something if
murder
we
him.
say that they meant to write a letter to Hifumi's
Over
pants
here!
specifically?
Objection! Objection!
Oh! What do you have to
I
say?
understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
Huffy! Excuse
Just
me?
to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy
Someone
is
tried
Hifumi.
looting his body. Oh yeah.
Yes! Why must
See,
people
the
leave
detectives
every
are actually a character in an RPG. They see loot, they see dead body, they click the loot button, you know, they don't care about morality.
Argument time.
Yeah.
It's the...
Wait. It's... Wait, what?
Had the note, right?
No, not the blue top. Sure, what are the
And
options?
the person it was intended for must have been Huggy.
But remember,
These
what the
aren't
note
it.
said.
You have to
What time
steal
did it say to
something.
meet?
6 a.m.
You're gonna have to steal one of the answers.
The time doesn't matter.
It does.
The note has nothing to do with
Yeah. That's broken wristwatch right there.
No, that's
The
wrong.
time of death, doofus.
I love how she's arguing despite the fact that she's got no dog in this
There
race.
absolutely is a
Well, I guess she
connection.
does.
Yeah, that's kind of her whole deal.
No, I think she does have a dog in this race. She doesn't, like, she'll end up
The
dying
note
if we're wrong.
said to
And
meet
so,
at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
yeah.
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
And if you want more, there is more.
Well, when you put it like that.
And now Celeste is going to jump in.
Objections.
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
Well, obviously,
Down his pants, no less.
oh my,
Likely. He
scandalous.
stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh? He stole it?
Where's your proof?
He looted the
Go ahead,
corpse.
Show us.
Okay, right, so we have also a bit of ripped piece of paper. There we go. Right there.
I got it! When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is...
I feel like I'm
knew
just...
It fits
It
perfectly.
feels
with the
like
note
I'm
we
like
found
reacting
hidden
to a
on
video
Hifumi.
instead of like actually like
Then
reacting to
Taka's
active
strap
gameplay. It's so
And
strange.
Hifumi's note.
Yup. They're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note.
Which means
There's only
Hifumi is
one way to
responsible.
explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
Yes, absolutely.
That means
100%
Hifumi
correct.
knew
Ding,
the
ding,
note
ding,
was
ding.
important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive.
Sorry, no.
What?
You're already barking up the wrong
When we
tree,
found
buddy.
him in the repository,
He
Hifumi
doesn't
was
get it.
truly and completely dead. The
I mean, that's
second
just kind of
body
Hero's
discovery
MO at this
announcement
point.
Yeah.
proves that.
I feel like at this point, anyone who suspects the hero must feel like a bit of a stupid because they're like,
So then,
I can't believe I believe this guy was capable of doing this.
Whoever did is the mastermind.
He's not even capable of tying his shoes.
He
That's
was
why he
killed
wears
in the
slips.
repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's
I've
body.
never heard such an insult.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished.
What an
Before we found
insult.
both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
wait, but me and Sakura were together. Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus. Who are you calling a walrus?
It's like a different insult every single time.
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
What do you have? What possible question
And
could you
what might
possibly
that
have
be?
now with your 0 IQ?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
Oh! That's a good one!
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, According to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all.
Oh my god, he actually taught him something!
Still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right?
And once again, Hero comes through with the most obscure piece of the trial.
Oh,
I mean,
he...
Culprit would have had to grab one of the
It's
hammers,
finally
kill
one
Hifumi,
piece of information went
and
through
put
his
the
head.
hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
Yes!
Surprise.
Yes, Hero!
It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either.
it's
when-
so big, right?
When
Makes
Hero
sense that
actually
they were
makes
killed
it...
using similar instruments.
It's like that moment
And if
when
the
Hero
hammers were
actually has
already
a
laying
brain
around those
cell to rub
other
together.
rooms,
So the question is,
I paid
how could the
$500 for
culprit
that
have
brain
gotten their
cell.
hands on either of the hammers?
I'm glad it came in clutch now.
Personally,
Boy,
I
golly,
haven't
when they
accused.
came in clutch earlier when everyone is
So
accusing me
which
of
hammer
murder.
was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then,
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
so then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
The washed hammer. The one washed hammer in the room. I like this trailer so much. It's really good.
What was used to kill Hifumi?
Spotless hammer. Right
Was
there.
it Justice Hammer 3?
Okay, wait.
Maybe Justice Hammer 4.
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Oh,
Fair?
maybe?
Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
No.
No.
Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Well, one thing seems pretty clear.
I just
The
wait a
murder
second. I
weapon
just
had to be one of
realized.
the Justice
Do I have the same laugh as her, Genocide Jill?
I don't know.
Okay, thank God. That means I
The
don't.
murder weapon wasn't a justice
I
hammer
got
at
scared
all.
for a second.
No, it was something completely different.
But seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris.
Yeah, they're all
For
used a
some
lot.
reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off.
Yeah.
I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big
Yes.
ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones.
Yeah.
I
It's,
think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
yeah.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about
The
the
brain
wings being
the brain
similar.
cells are awake. Nothing can
So
stop him
Hifumi
now.
moved Taka's body to
Oh,
the
no.
repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
And whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
But
Hold
was
on
he
a moment.
betrayed?
I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
Yeah, but again, Hifumi's dead though. But yeah, I guess. Hold up, what happened? Why is my model broken?
I don't know.
Hifumi's brain cell awakening was enough to just shock me. I was so shocked, I couldn't understand anything. I leaned in so close to stare at the screen to get closer to him.
Even
You mean
if more than
Hero.
one person is complicit in the murder,
Hero!
only the
That
one
is
who
correct,
actually
Hero. I'm so
carried out
sorry.
the
I can't
act
believe I said
can
Hifumi.
graduate
God.
and
Yeah.
survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
What are the other options?
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But
Can
that
you steal?
only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however,
There were 2
Steal!
murders.
Two murders, 2 people.
Based on the rules that have been laid out
Two
for us,
Blackens.
even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive.
Yeah.
Assuming the rule holds true.
No, that's wrong.
Oh god, what happened? Everything's broken! Did you break reality as well as
Since there
the...
were 2 murders,
Okay, thank god.
it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
if there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in the scheme.
Yes.
There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you.
Yeah, obviously.
However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
Okay.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
Yeah. But
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime.
okay.
And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka.
Okay.
They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
Yes.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look.
It was a big bluff.
Single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The
Absolutely.
mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice.
Oh.
Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
Yes, it was. Oh my god. That's such a cool bitch.
Awful.
That is, I guess,
That'd be so
poker, isn't it?
cool.
You think
Gambling.
so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
Yeah, Ifumi is not the best choice for accomplice, to be perfectly frank.
Hmm.
He's kind of almost an idiot as much as Hero.
Well, I guess that's a good way you can trick him, that means.
Still,
He's not really an accomplice, is he? Is he an
it's
accomplice?
interesting that Kyoko went throughout these things. It's why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but as entirely separate incidences.
Hifumi's
Because
not
they
really
were.
Hifumi's not really an accomplice so much as
She's
a
amazing.
tool.
Although, she's almost too amazing.
Oh yeah.
Like, unnatural how good she is at this.
She is
I
she is
understand how an
sus.
accomplice could be involved, but then who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
It was Celeste, obviously.
The true killer, who manipulated Hifumi to carry out the number of actions, and in the end murdered him.
Celeste.
In this debate up until now, the way the case has unfolded, when you consider all that, there's only really one person who seems to fit.
Celeste. Me. Imagine if you just said me. It's Celeste.
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
Ah, so I'm the suspicious individual now, am I?
Yes, you are! Ding ding ding!
I really do hate this kind of joke.
Excuse me. We're not joking here.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit for brains, that lazy, worthless goddamn idiot! Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is
Yes.
that so?
It is.
I
Throughout
love how
the
she
investigation,
leans
there was
in like
certain
that.
Behavior that was common only to the two of you.
Yes?
Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you
I
are
love how
working
they're
together.
like spazzing out so much on the left. Screaming! 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 Screaming!
I mean, they also were the only ones who actually encountered the robot.
Oh yeah, that's also it.
I got it! The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Absolutely.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Sorry!
As he said, only Celeste
just
and
asked you like a
Hifumi
dog.
had
Makoto.
eyes on the costumed individual.
Makoto, shut up.
If we accept that
My turn
Hifumi
now.
was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste
I'm
has
stealing
said
your
as well.
thunder.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct?
Yes. Yes.
And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
I saw a shadow! Something moving at the top of the stairs!
Yep. She is indeed the one.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen.
And
Next,
she went to the
draw us
third
all
floor.
to the physics lab up on the third floor.
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
And when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Celeste, what's wrong?
That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down in the hallway and disappeared.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
I like his
You know what, I'm
scream.
just gonna skip past all this flashback. There's a lot of
It was to get
flashbacks.
us
There's
to
a lot
divide
of
into two
flashback.
groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
Yes.
But what
In
was the
fact,
plan
Celeste
there?
was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
I'm so curious, what was the plan there on Hifumi's side? What did he
I
think?
will not split up into two groups. I'll lead the hunting party. This seems more interesting. Very well. You'll come with me to the nurse's office. I will leave the capture of the suspicious individual to Toku, Byakuya, and Sakura.
And she split the people
Well,
herself.
If Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected.
Yeah. Zaza.
And on top of that, that
Likely
piercing
story.
cry of yours early on.
Oh, they voiced it!
That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor, everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead,
I certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
Yes.
I don't believe it. Everything, the whole thing was one big act.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kinda sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait! Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed.
Indeed.
Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
And what is that?
Did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
Oh, what was the slip-up?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
Huh? Okay.
They must really be enjoying this.
They!
Enjoying the sight of us standing around frightened and confused. They're referring to Robot Justice.
Yeah.
We're all going to die here. We're going to die like those guys died.
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
Me too, I'm a bit lost.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room.
Yes?
Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed.
Yes.
So Sakura and I left with Makoto.
Yeah?
Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste. The four of us headed to the nurse's office.
They didn't tell her!
Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead.
Oh my god!
Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
The comment doesn't make any sense. What do you mean?
What's he alluding to?
What do you mean? What's she alluding to?
What's he alluding to?
What do you mean? What?
All I said was... They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying
What are the
sight
options?
of us standing
Well,
around
change the
frightened
options.
and
Change the options.
confused. They must be positively elated.
What are the options?
We are all going to die here.
Yes.
We are going to die. Just like
Those guys died. Yes, but what are the options?
And that is all I said.
What are the options?
And that's all it takes to finish this.
What are the
It's
options?
Obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
All I said was... They must really
I'd like to
be
imagine that
enjoying
in canon
the sight of
everyone's
us
actually
we are
repeating
all
this
going
over and
to-
over
we are going to
again.
die.
Just like those.
No, that's wrong.
Those guys.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Okay.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys?
Yeah, because there's only
Because
one.
Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took?
Well, we literally just accused you
How
and
do
him
you
of working
explain
together.
This picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away.
It has to be some kind of setup, right?
Yeah.
So let's put the suit on. And then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit.
Yeah, he probably did forget that.
Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Well, if you worked with Hifumi, you put him in the
Sure,
suit.
that's really a picture of the suspect
What do you
dragging
mean?
Hifumi away.
What could you possibly mean by that?
What do you mean? You're
Surely
gaslighting
there
us so
are other
badly.
explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
There is.
It's time
Every-
for another explanation.
They posed him.
Hifumi's dragging the suspect away.
What?
I got it!
What do you mean Hifumi's
It's the other way
It's
around.
not a picture of the
Oh.
suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
Yeah.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible.
How? What do you
Hifumi
mean?
was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Okay. Go ahead. Gaslight us, bitch. Oh my god. This is so much. What are we doing? Well, go ahead, educate us.
He's trying to gaslight. She hasn't gotten to the girl boss section yet.
Girl boss section? There's more? Where's the
Wait, no,
ending?
it's gaslight,
You dressed me up in
gatekeep,
that suit
girl
after I
boss.
passed out.
Oh, I see. I
Then you
see.
just draped me across
The
the front of
MLM
me
stuff,
and had
huh?
him carry my weight. You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Costume.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright.
Yeah, because it can't
The
bend.
person inside the suit was unconscious.
That is true.
There's no way they could stand up.
They can't bend! What do you
can't
mean they
bend.
can't stand upright?
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that. Because that Robo Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
It doesn't bend! We've covered it 3 times in the Sun trial! Remember! You totally can't bend the waist! Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
So, I'm just gonna say it. The reason
I'm
people
not
don't like this
so
trial
sure
this
that
much
was
is
a
because it's
mistake.
basically turned into the argument
I
of,
think the suit
we
was
know it's
designed from the
you!
beginning to be used the way
We
it was.
know it's you!
You know what I don't understand? If everyone knows it's her,
Celeste
why
and
don't they
Hifumi
just
took
vote?
the suit they'd specially designed.
So
and
the trial's being
Because-
basically the trial's over and now the argument
That's
starts.
how they were able to fake that.
They
whole
just want
thing.
no doubt.
The point of it all.
I
was
mean,
to
I
make
guess
us
why
believe
not,
whoever
right?
was in the suit was to blame.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate?
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
Celeste?
Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem.
Oh my god, she lost her
Already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
She got a sudden accent for a second.
Yeah, so here's the big thing we gotta prove.
Yeah, this is my biggest issue. This is the reason why I was
You
like so
killed me?
confused.
I remember their name. Yes, Hero.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro.
In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Wait, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
You're confusing.
You lying
statements
bastard.
don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
Wait, my name isn't my name. It's
He did say Yasuhiro. But are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
she is. She sounded like
Really
a
helping
southern.
your case.
She sounded
Really helping your case there, Celeste.
when you know she's sounding a lot less German and a
So
lot.
either way,
How
how
did he
does
refer
Hifumi
to
refer to
us?
people?
Hold up 1 second. She gave everyone nicknames. Hold up 1 second. Give me a second. She's sounding a lot less German and a lot more southern. Hold up.
Yes.
So Hifumi usually referred to people. God, my memory, my.
We only have like 30 seconds.
Okay, fine. I think he said everyone's last names.
I got it. That's right. Our last names. He called us all by our last names.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name,
Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name.
Indecent?
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation? No, there's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he
Okay.
must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
We don't
The
know what's
name you
Celeste's
said
last
doesn't
name.
apply to anyone here.
Oh, the notebook. The
Well,
notebook.
No. Hold on.
The notebook.
There's one person it could apply to, and that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
Oh.
Woo! What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit!
Is she a trap
Come
also?
on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro
No.
is a loser's name!
Okay.
Do I look like a loser to you?
She's just southern.
Do I?
Yeah.
I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Fine. Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up. My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
You won't give up.
We will.
So then,
We will
Gotta
give
make
up.
her accept
No,
it.
no. We will give up as soon as you just prove it. Just prove it. E-handbook. E-handbook.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
How many times do I have to tell you? My name is Celestia Ludenberg, god damn it!
I love what's
love that
upside
line.
down.
And to go on pretending.
God, no.
It's
I'm
so
not
upset.
pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way
Yes,
to
we have a way to prove it.
No,
Fuck you!
Fuck you, bitch! Stop gaslighting us.
That's it. The
No time for
handbook.
girl bossing.
What?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
The Seer.
E-handbook is vital for a healthy school life. When you start it up, it will display your name and always make sure you have the right. So always make sure you have the right one. Now, this is not your everyday handbook. It has many more uses than that.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything.
Oh my
That's how we
god.
can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Then you're guilty.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because
We're watching the unraveling of Celeste
until the
right
game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning. and
Oh!
shed light on all your crimes. And that'll
I
bring
do hate this
everything to
section,
an-
I will be honest.
Closing argument! Begin.
This is my least favorite section of any trial, just putting together all the pieces because I don't know what's happening. If you know what's happening, I guess that's good enough.
Hold on. There's that.
What do you do? So you're putting together bits and pieces to basically...
Time.
I love how Celeste looks like she's so much bigger than them. Huh? Because there's only one suspect picture, and it doesn't fit Celeste at all.
Pushing it around. We got blood. Wait, no, that's already there. So, I also love that they mix in
Random
objects from.
nonsense.
Okay, wait. So I want Justice Hammer 3.
Justice Hammer 3. By the way, Justice Hammer, I looked at the picture of Justice Hammer. From a distance, it kind of looks like the Batman symbol or something. Like the reference I was using made it look like the Batman picture. It's pretty cool, but...
The one used to kill Taka is 4.
Yes. And the one used to kill the... And the one used...
Okay, wait, no. That's there. This one's here. I need the idiot's face.
4 killed Taka. 3 beat up the Hifumi, the fake one, the fake out. Then after that we had the Spotless Hammer, which actually did the killing.
No. They use this to falsify evidence.
Yeah.
Oh, it's done.
That's exactly what happened. Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help
So,
carry out
wait,
the murder,
whose room is
and
this?
that person was
This is Hifumi's room, right? Why do
Obviously.
you have a Junko poster?
Wait, what?
Hifumi.
That's a poster of
With an
Junko, is it
accomplice,
not?
the
Oh,
killer
yeah.
was able to execute
She is
a
an
number
idol,
of
isn't
The
she?
dangerous
model
and
who
impossible
died at the
schemes.
beginning?
Yeah.
I thought he was only into 2D, the fucking hypocrite.
Well, you see, it's called lying.
First, they convinced someone
The
to meet
penis
them in the
wants
record
what the penis
last night
desires.
at 1 in the morning.
Denial. He's in denial.
People who say that only in the 2D usually lie.
That someone they met with was
We don't
Hiro.
like that every one of
The
his
murderous duo
like all of these
intended to
images
pass
of
Hiro off
Hifumi
as
is
the
just
prime suspect. So when they
unsettling.
met up with
Yeah.
He is the least picturesque person.
Look at him. Just a shot of his body. He looks like a Disney. He looks like some kind of cartoon villain. Oh my god!
Hifumi positioned
Every
himself to
one
make
of
it
them is
look like
bad.
Robo Justice was attacking him,
I love it.
while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault.
It's so hilarious.
They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro.
Okay?
When they were done with him,
Man, I
they
really
shoved
hope
him
I don't
still
have to do another
unconscious
bullet time
into the
battle after
playroom
this. I sucked at the last one.
Why would you need to is the question. I didn't even realize that you were at the very end.
And
I
then
was like
finally,
just thinking about how
6
on earth did he
a.m.,
talk.
They moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room.
I feel so bad every time I call that guy, you know, the guy who I voiced, the delinquent guy. I keep calling him.
Mondo.
I never remember his name.
And that's where he
Mondo.
killed him.
Yeah,
making
I
it the
know. I
scene
can
of
never
the
remember
first
Mondo's
murder.
name.
Man, it's a shame both the bros died.
Yeah.
The murder weapon
off
was
screen.
Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims to solidify Robo Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story.
Yes.
With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds. That the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for.
Magical girl blood transformation!
A lot of this was really based on luck, wasn't it?
And turn the room into a
Yeah.
crime scene in which he himself had apparently
Which just
been
goes to show it was the
brutally
gambler.
Yeah. I do really appreciate that.
murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found.
I love how Celeste is just
Meanwhile,
represented as
other
the
group that
murderer
had
right
been out
now.
Searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi.
One thing I like about this movie, at least, like this game series,
We left the
they don't
nurse's
try to
office,
pull the
and Hifumi
sexy
once
serial
again
killer
took
angle.
advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his
Yeah, the
body
only
had
serial
disappeared,
killer we
we
have
all
is
rushed back to the
some
nurse's office.
stank-ass English major.
And once again,
Yeah, and
Hifumi
also
had
it's
the
a
chance he
matter
was
of
waiting for.
whenever they
This
show the
time,
killers, they
he
always put the
snuck
killers
into the
very
equipment room.
unappealing. Like, so for some reaon, a lot of fiction really likes going with the
Taka's body in
sexy
the cart
serial killer
and
angle.
use
I'm
the
like,
dolly to move
no.
it all the way down to the
Yeah, we don't have to
repository.
worry about that with Toko. Toko
That
doesn't
explains
bathe.
how each of the bodies
Yeah.
disappeared.
I mean, I'm sure she's someone's juice, you know?
But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for
Oh, I
their
love
final
how he's
act.
just dancing like an idiot.
Die, stupid.
Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
Wait.
Celeste. Sorry, you lose.
I love how he just says, sorry, you lose.
I lost? I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no, Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Taiko Yasuhiro.
Taiko.
So, you finally accepted.
Taiko.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Yeah, fair enough.
Interesting.
She's lost her whole, like, Western appearance and everything. I mean, not appearance, but yeah. God, that was really good. I like that.
Oh snap, we got all A's.
Yeah.
Sick.
There was one B in there.
We got 124 Monokuma coin.
More gambling! Yay!
Or I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote. Okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes
For
are
all her
tallied,
bravado,
who will become the
when she's
blackened?
back in the corners, finally, just
Will you make
I'm done.
the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I like how he's always excited for this.
Well, yeah, he
As
gets
if he
to
doesn't-
he gets to watch kids get killed, you know, and instilled with fear.
You know how much money I paid to get this voting machine that looks like a casino slot machine?
It's illegal.
So, it's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. The black in this time, the true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was Celestia Ludenberg, or more precisely, Taiko Yasuhiro.
Honestly.
I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess I'm just gonna work with someone else. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Ifumi's ineptitude was behind all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Shifumi with this plan. But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have agreed to commit murder.
I'm sure she relied on her specialty, lying.
Like a lying bird.
My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then,
Then, did you use, you know?
I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. Get Hifumi to act as my accomplice.
Indeed.
I used her.
Oh.
For everyone who's still left, I will avoid mentioning it by name, but it was the only thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. Does she mean she's talking about alter ego?
Say what?
What? What? What are you talking about? Why are you all using pronouns?
Just a second.
What is her?
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. You be a good little bear and just shut up.
Dang it, I'm out of the loop as usual. I'm supposed to be keeping up with the trends. Look at me. I'm a mascot bear.
In other words,
Then you're the one who stole it.
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And used to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with.
Right again.
Last night after we had our little... Oh, sorry, your turn. Oh yeah, she's no longer doing her voice, is she?
He's kind of half and halving it.
Fair enough.
Last night after we had our meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Fumi a little visit. What are you doing here?
Actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you alone. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it.
What?
are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it. What?
So then,
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I found a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there.
How did she get
deleted
in?
the picture as soon as I showed it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him! But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
as for me,
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh,
He did.
as for me,
He came to my room last night unannounced, and then... It's hard for me to even say.
what?
Yep. Oh, wow. Wait.
Yeah. She is very much destroying Taka's character here.
Oh, yeah, she is very much a bad person.
So I had no choice.
Damnation!
It's a crime! An absolute crime! I knew he went a little crazy, but
Say what?
I never imagined he'd go so far. It is amazing how completely he bought it. I cannot express how enjoyable that was. I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life. I'm going to kill him! I'm going to fucking kill him!
most unfortunate.
Wait, please, if you go now, you will be playing right into his hands.
Hmm?
What?
Actually,
Taka is planning to use her to escape. And he has made you his target.
What?
Wait, escape? You don't mean... Taka is going to try and kill you.
indeed.
And also he can keep her to himself. That bastard.
It's just you.
Bastard!
Honestly,
Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts? Absolutely not. How could I? She...
I swear, I will save her!
actually,
Then would you like to join me? It just so happens I have come up with a plan.
Huh?
What? I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete.
Hmm?
What are you talking about? Oh, nothing.
By the way, the art is done.
Nice. Fumi agreed without a second thought.
Robo
effect that I had
Justice.
on was remarkable. The power of love, even a love as twisted as that, can still drive people mad, it would seem. Man, you disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. That strange costume, Hifumi's creation?
indeed.
Yeah, and it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked was for him to make something to hide the face and general body size. He acted like this was a goddamn convention center. I had no idea he'd make something like that. But it's my fault for picking him in the first place. Honestly, I'd have better luck working with an even bigger idiot.
But
So why'd you make me the suspect? Because you're the bigger idiot. Wait, that's the only reason?
Let's see.
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation.
He had
You
no.
were so stupid. You actually dug yourself in such a big fucking hole.
You had no. You didn't make a single positive attempt to put suspicion off of you. Everything you said was suspicious. Oh my god, I love it so much.
You should have just pleaded the fifth. Everything that was said was used against you. Life must have been tough on your parents, though. I feel like I'm going to cry.
But when you were explaining your plan to Ufumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead? I mean, he might be an idiot enough to not ask.
What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that? Assuming you'd actually let him live.
Are you okay with this?
Oh, that's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone showed up, I told him to say he's been severely wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on.
And he really believed that? I mean, like, that's so stupid,
Well,
even
of
I wouldn't
course.
believe it.
That wasn't all there was to it. As I explained to Fumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have had an alibi, so no one could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. Seems very straightforward. Stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
So in the end,
So you planned to kill him all along.
But of course. There would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
Fucking human life means so little to you, despite how big he is.
Well,
I know there's not much in his
That's
heart,
a
but still.
non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
don't be mean.
Now you sound like Byakuya.
I
No, he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then what made you take things this far?
What the heck?
Was it really like just for money? Was it all a lie about you being a great gambler or something?
Are you referring to the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money. It's true. But that's not all there is to it. For the moment our new life began here, my only thought has been escape.
But
all along you've been the one saying that we all have to accept living here. Obviously that's a lie, you fucking moron.
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else here.
You little
I wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. Having to put up with you dumb shits. And you want to know why? Huh?
This is fine.
Because I have a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me,
And it was all for that dream.
He's too
So what
dense
is
to
the
be
dream?
evil, though. He is.
What is the dream, though?
Isn't it wonderful?
Live in a European castle.
Are you serious?
A castle.
That's it? That's it?
And to gather handsome men from all around the world to serve as my butler/bodyguards. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need.
That's it. Oh my god.
Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfect aesthetic world of decadence.
This is fine.
Living the rest of my life there was my only dream, my only goal. That is what life is all about.
Are you serious? That's it. That's it!
Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge, but
There is nothing to be
unfortunately my dream had been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream till the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it? For a big house?
Oh,
Are you asking me if I feel guilty? Well, that's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That is what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying. And plus, like, what? What the fuck? How can you be so calm? You're gonna die now, you know that. You watched the 3 people get tortured to death. Don't you realize you're gonna die? Why aren't you scared?
My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. So that's why you're not scared?
Yes, indeed.
That's right, I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice, then
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I'd like to come back as Marie Antoinette.
Okay, that's not the same person. Okay.
Hey.
You just get executed again. Celeste smiled then, and when she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings, and that statement itself must have been her final lie.
Oh.
And that weak, fake smile is what betrayed her.
Thrills, chills,
Okay, are we all done? Let's get rolling. The black and disturbed piece and must pay the
Now
price.
then, I
No.
prepared a very special
Oh
punishment.
no!
The ultimate
Get
gambler.
everything we've got. It's punishment time.
The punishments are always
saw
like
that
so
kid
awful.
What?
This is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why, actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
I like her. I think I might make her. I think she's my favorite. Just
Time for a death scene.
just a gaslighting bitch who's doing everything just to live in a big house with a bunch of servants. Okay. Oh no. Oh, European castle. That's pretty cool.
Yes, but do you know what this is?
It's a stage. It's a public execution.
It's time for the burning of the Versailles
Oh
Bridge.
no! With fire! With fire! Oh, with fire! I thought it was gonna be a gambling machine or something, and that's what's gonna enter. She's gonna burn alive? Oh my god, that is not. That is a horrible, horrible time.
Burned at the stake.
But at least it's a hell of a way to go out, isn't it?
An artsy death. Dignified.
It's not really dignified.
Yeah, especially not now. Here comes the fire engine!
And a fire engine is gonna ram right into her. You know what? This is probably
You don't get no artsy death.
You
You
know
get run over
You know what?
like a dog.
You know what? That is still better than burning alive.
I did it. I put out the fire.
This is still better than being burnt alive. I will say that.
Grace is averted. The fire is out.
Oh.
Well, it's over. The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over.
We have one.
I'm over this. Celeste killed my friends, so I can't pity her, but I can't deny that at one point I considered her a friend too.
There's only 7 people left now.
But a friend. And for him to just come along and... Oh man, isn't that just awful?
I love your Monokuma voice so much.
Couldn't cut free of their regrets from the outside world, and so more people had to die. Man, you guys are the worst.
Extreme!
But you guys are still so young. You need to place more value on your lives. I mean, God, you guys are gambling them away like they're nothing. This isn't a bunch of pachinko balls, you idiots.
There's no refund or redeemable rewards.
Anyway, here I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Can you interact with the hope?
Let me out of here!
What do you care about hope? I throw it in the trash if you just let me get out of here.
Too bad.
You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes it is, but the reality just can't be avoided. Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long you gonna make us keep going through this? What do you want from us?
How strange.
God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So anyway, Kyoko, did you get some kind of key-type object from Celeste?
Hey!
So what's the deal with that? What is that? What's in there? What's the key for? What is it? Come on, tell me! Tell me!
Go fuck yourself.
What?
What's the matter?
So then,
Well, I'll answer you. Fine, I'll answer your question if you answer mine. Just
you...
what did you do to me?
Who?
Oh, yeah.
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
Ooh.
Oh, jeez. Oh, oh man. Oh, jeez. What do you mean? What did I do?
A principal being accused of doing something to a female student's body?
I have
Monokuma!
no idea. I don't know anything about that. Either way.
Should we prepare your own execution? And she
So,
basically
what was that just now?
go fuck
The
yourself.
mastermind did something to Kyoko's body. But what does that mean?
Hello.
Okay, well, things got kind of awkward, so I think it's about time I got out of here.
Well,
Okay, bye. You guys enjoy your meaningless school lives. Okay, bye. If you get lonely, just give a shout. Not that I'll do anything, of course, but
see ya
but
later.
okay, I gotta go. I gotta go delete a lot of history.
I gotta go talk to my lawyer.
There
Wait.
was one small hope.
There's 7 people.
Hey, Kyoko, Monokuma already mentioned it, but the key that Celeste gave you.
So...
Most likely. Well, it's the key to one of the dressing room lockers. What? Then that means... Yes, it does mean.
Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey,
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to mix what's right underneath your nose. Like, she literally just moved it from that one locker to the next locker and locked the door.
Indeed.
Good idea.
I love it! Oh my god. And with... Is this the end of the chapter?
We're almost there. Let's just go a little longer.
Okay, let's go. What do you think? Oh my god, I'm pretty happy with Robo Justice. He looks proper menacing now. This is what Robo
We
Justice
left the
would
courtroom
look
and rushed
like.
to the dressing room.
What is
If
behind
we
us?
approach the dressing room,
What's behind us in the back? A knife! A regular
Yoko looked back
human-sized
at-
knife! I'm going to go on alone from here. For reasons. Everyone else head to the dining room. I'll check in with you later.
What?
why exactly are you going in alone?
So,
Do you even have to ask?
She spoke and glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I mean. Why you? There's still the risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go too.
What?
You? Come on, just let me go. Standing here arguing isn't going to draw... Standing here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us.
Goodbye.
Do whatever you want. Thank you, Byakuya.
Well then.
He's too stupid to be a spy. Then it's up to you now.
Yo,
I'm just going to go to the dining hall, okay?
He doesn't even realize it. So, wait, you guys are gonna go together? Oh, does that mean what I think it is like a break her leg, guys?
Okay.
Good luck! Oh my god! No! Good luck, Makoto girls, like there's a total pushovers and you show a little backbone! Or tailbone!
Ina's making a little bit of assumptions.
Oh my
I tried to
god.
forget what he said. Everyone heads to the dining hall.
Why do I feel like she was stupider than Yasuhiro right now? Right then. Well,
Yeah,
shall we?
Ina basically
Well, okay, well, yeah.
a boy and a girl
yes.
going into the bathhouse alone.
Yeah, it's like, well, shall we? And don't get any fucking ideas.
Yeah.
so then.
What's on the ground? We need to get into that locker.
You have to go get the key to Celeste given her and unlock the locker. And as soon as the door opened, we saw.
You really came.
Good morning. It's been a while, hasn't it?
It's safe. Oh, thank goodness. I would have learned necromancy if it wasn't.
I've never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart.
Oh no. Oh, it's so sad! Your own voice is
And
already
she almost
recording.
lost fast. It didn't say a word and stayed quiet the entire time.
So,
Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please just wait a little while longer.
Oh no. So now we can officially say the case is closed. Are you gonna tell her about Celeste and the others? Oh no. Oh.
And as far as the incident is concerned, sure, but can we take a second? Since we had this opportunity, I just wanted you to be honest with me. Kyoko, can you please tell me what you're trying to do all on your own here at school? Like, you keep wandering off, and we keep accusing you of having no alibi.
You.
Is that why you wanted to come here with me? Fucking pervert.
However,
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now, pervert. Am I speaking loud enough to be audible?
Yeah, I know you're speaking audibly. I don't need to know. That just makes me more worried.
what?
Worried?
Like, what happened during the investigation this time? You disappeared, and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation. When you do that,
Indeed.
It's only natural. It's very natural. I think that it's very natural that you think I'm the masked man spy, right? And you too, of course. No. Oops.
no. I believe in you.
What?
You believe? Oh my god! It feels like. Why does it feel like it's like the? Oh. You believe in me? Wait. No. What?
I mean, is it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. And I want you to believe in me too. Because we're friends.
Dot dot dot. I understand. Sure, yeah.
It's true.
Then maybe I can believe in you. I'll upgrade you from a pervert to an idiot. A baka, shall we say. Just a little bit more.
Then,
That's fine.
Fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see?
that's away. What I heard from Kyoko next was... Frankly, it blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I'd believe in her, she told me a story that was a little unbelievable. So I decided to confirm what she told me with my own two eyes. So I waited for nighttime to come. And when it did, I went into action. The second floor.
Oh, we're not ending it
Correct.
yet? Oh, boys' bathroom, second floor, doesn't have a camera, surveillance camera or monitor on it. Okay, yeah, let's go. Quickly. Closet storage there. Way in the back.
We said it was in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet, but
How's she getting there?
could Kyoko really be right about this?
How's she getting there?
Well, these ones don't have those locks,
All
so
right.
she can just enter.
Okay, where's the storage closet? Is it to your left? Was that it?
It's a normal storage closet as far as I can tell, except for this very obvious outline in the back of it.
Yes. Yes, there's a weird outline. I wonder why.
Without thinking, I placed my hand on the back of the storage closet, and as if I was being yanked in,
Woo!
I heard the sound that fell through the wall. I had no idea what was going on. I had fallen through the back of the storage closet. It turned out the back was like a revolving door, and I made my way to the other side. Just like Kyoko had said.
Correct.
In the boys' bathroom on the second floor, there's a storage closet. And way in the back of that closet, there's a secret room.
So this is the secret room. But what's in here? Books.
Information!
Volume after volume of yearbooks. They're all covered in dust. Looking at everything, one file at the edge of the book caught my eye. Hope's Peak Academy Student Registry. This is the only thing that wasn't covered in dust.
Yeah, that should only be like a few of you, right?
Someone had been looking in recently. I slipped the file into my hand, but before I had a chance to look at it, a slip of paper fell out of the file, and my attention fell to it. What's this? You must not leave. That's weird. I can understand if it said, like, I can't leave, or you must not leave. It's, you must not leave. Why? Why? My head feels funny. A strange sensation. It's like deja vu. Those words, you must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before.
Oh
But-
no.
I can't quite remember.
Oh
What do
no.
I know? What don't I know? It's bopping time!
It's time to get wrecked, bitch!
Strange sound rang out through my head. I feel like it was shaking my brain back and forth, and then darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over. And with that, I opened my eyes. I don't know how long it had been. Ow. Something hit me and I lost consciousness. The back of my head hurts like hell. That's all I understood. The dull throbbing pain in my head proved that much at least. an empty bookshelf. Everything's gone. It's all gone. The yearbooks, the student registry, and even that note that fell on the floor. It's all gone. My brain refused to do any more work. The instant pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. For now, I'm going back to my room for rest.
But now I'm out of here. I can't deal with this shit anymore.
My body was heavy with pain, my mind heavy with thought. I dragged myself back towards my room. Somehow I made it to the first floor of the school. Ugh. The farther I walked, the more I felt things are getting blurry. Can't see in front of me. Head trauma, not good. I can't stop myself from collapsing on the ground. And after that... What? As if in the distance I hear a sound. Faint but undeniable. Sound. It's coming from the gym. As I desperately hauled my shaky frame towards the gym, the sound got stronger and stronger. Good bug, yeah. What? What's going on? Can't be nothing. In the gym?
It could be something.
I didn't make a sound as I opened the door to the gym. Sounds coming from inside, meanwhile, were intensified that much more. Ka-cha, pa-yow.
Is it Sakia?
Ha-cha-cha, ya, pa-chang. Ya, ba-da-da, sha-sha-sha-sha.
It's Sakura. Wait, what was that just now? Upskirt.
Before me raged the battle beyond anything humanly possible. No, one side's not human, that's for sure, but regardless, I couldn't stop staring. I forgot to move or breathe.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing? I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal!
Sakura!
Deal.
No.
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret.
Sakura, no!
I've made my decision.
Don't die!
I'm going to resist you.
Okay. But you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
You forgot.
What am I looking at? What am I hearing? A hostage. Then could it be the mastermind spy is...
Sakura. We're gonna end it there, like, oh, wow. Oh,
7
yeah.
remain.
Oh, wow. We're less than half now, aren't we? Yeah, I think after one more, that's not gonna put any... No!
We
That's,
got the Super Robot
that's
Justice
so
present.
inappropriate! That's so inappropriate! Hey, remember this? Okay. Oh, wait, are we gonna watch anything more, or are we gonna stop it right there? Because, oh my god, that was
No,
so
that's
good! I'm happy with Robo Justice.
How do I...
Don't know.
I want to go to handbook. So this one. There we go. So, you gotta end the stream. I'm just gonna be over here doing useless stuff.
Yep, so basically I'm gonna be ending the stream over there here. So everyone who came, thank you so much for watching. It's been a great stream. Oh my god, I can't believe this trial. It was so exciting. Although I do feel like it was a lot more just watching and reacting to a video almost. Well, there were times when we were like trying to pick and choose choices that I just didn't know what was happening. Because that's just because I'm a bit of an idiot. I did draw this, by the way. I'm pretty happy with it. Robo Justice! But as an actual scary fucking robot! What if I actually add a tiny bit more to this? Like it's... How do I explain this? We're so close. What if on
So close.
top of... What if on top of this, we literally just have like a bunch of people over here?
I don't know.
This wouldn't work. Well, we'll figure it out. Basically, I'd have to probably put in like a proper background and everything like that. But yeah, this could potentially be something kind of cool. I'll leave it like this. Huh? I'm pretty happy with it. And we're gonna be ending the stream right here. Thank you so much. Goodbye. So as I can click the button and stop the stream.